What's up, everybody? It is Thursday. I am back again. I didn't trade yesterday. Got a terrible night of sleep, so I just decided I wasn't going to risk anything. Last night really wasn't that special either, but it was better than it was the night before, so I'm still sitting here looking for something. Plenty to do today, plenty to look at. I haven't taken a second glance here, but there's tons of names popping up already. Let's see. I already got about 11 stocks to look at right now, so I'm gonna be hopping all over the place looking for something. But it looks like retail's really getting hit kind of hard right now. Macy's gapping down pretty big, Kohl's gapping down pretty big, and I mean the rest. I'm looking at Target, Nordstrom, LB, I think MDB, MongoDB. Maybe that's well, it's being included with the other retail ones, so maybe MDB is another one. Either way, retail's getting crushed right now. But looking at Macy's mainly here at the open. Actually, I think I'm gonna change this to Kohl's. Market just opened here because Kohl's is looking really good. Underneath is 63 right here. No volume coming in yet. I might. We'll see what happens. I need to wait. Okay, there's volume. Volume's coming. There's volume on Kohl's too. Alright. SPY is gapping down, so looking like the FANG stocks are also moving lower here. 14. It's just going to be a little decent here. Let's see, 50 cents. It might be about 50 cents. I'm going to go for 250. Big squeeze so far. 64 is big level 2 here. See if it wants to get above. If not, this isn't a bad spot to just hop in front here. Take this thing back to the low of 63. Oh, bunch of wicks. Wicks all over the place on the FANG stocks. That's pretty ugly. Kohl's looking kind of strong here. It might want to break out. Alright, Target started failing. Oh, that 64 is taking a lot. Popped above. There it goes. Well, pretty weak on that push though. Yeah, this might come back here. I'll still wait, see what happens. Facebook dropping pretty hard. Netflix, Tesla's popping up. Yeah, a bunch of huge wicks all over these FANG stocks. Held up by View app. All the retails are getting hit hard right now. Macy's and Target were just dropping really hard a second ago. SPY kinda not really. Alright, I'm in. See if we can get under that 63. Circuit breaker popped on. That is what I'm a little nervous about though. And so far it ain't looking great. Yeah, I don't like it. Ooh, 63 is really taking it. Nope. Yeah, I knew it would happen. Anytime that circuit breaker pops on any of these stocks, it's usually like that point immediately becomes support. So I mean, I don't know. Just gotta take what I can, I guess. Knew it had a chance, but if it's not gonna keep going, then I'm not gonna risk anything. I'm seeing giant wicks all over the place here. Apple's pretty weird. I mean, each time it's getting down here, bought straight back up, and it's probably not the best short. Macy's though, Macy's is looking pretty good. 90, 20. I'm gonna go for this here. Stop will be above 15. See if I can get filled. SPY's really dropping here. I gotta be a little cautious. Whoa. Gotta be okay with a little pullback, but still above 16, I'm out. But we're looking pretty good here. We're starting to hold. I keep seeing buyers stepping up here, but at the same time, we're still holding this, so this is looking alright. No. Oh well. Got all these setups right now. About 250. Yeah, view app retest here would not be a bad thing. See what happens up here. Didn't quite touch it. If it wants to get up there again, and if it starts failing, have a really nice risk-reward scenario there. SPY's popping back up. Target's pretty weak here. I'm liking this for a short. Don't know if I'm gonna get that view app test again. Might just have to go for it here. Key thing here is looking at the other retail stocks too and seeing what they're doing. Macy's has also come down from a view app retest. Kohl's is spiking up here. SPY's turning back down. pretty long time here. But this is it's a low volume pullback. So I mean, it really doesn't look that bad. Getting to the point now where without pre-market data, the 9's coming into play. So if we get up there, I can definitely get a good entry on this. But it doesn't look like we are. That's definitely pretty bearish. I'm in. Like to see it in the 50s. So far, really good break. I don't have any resistance to worry about for until 66. I mean, so far this is a really good break, so I'm going to hold on to this one. Take a little bit off though. SPY's pulling up here. Not that it's made a difference, but it looks like the other retails are falling off too. And target, oh, there's a pullback. There's definitely not a reason to let this thing go above this 12 here. Let's go about 15. The real thing is right here. I need to see it hold right here. Oh man. Like, look at that. Look at this volume comparison here. I'm not stopping out. Now the volume's looking a little better actually. Alright, that candle's actually pretty bullish, so now I do need to worry about stopping out here. Looks like above VWAP I'm going to have to get out. I think there's a hidden... Nope, not even... Something funky's going on. Okay, you gotta move. You are in the way. It's looking alright still. We need to go here. If we're not going to keep going here, then I'm just going to get out. It's not acting how I like it. I'm just going to call it here. Definitely not. Yeah, it was whenever this candle was right about here, this volume was about on par with these two previous green ones. But then the rest of it came in, and I mean, it looked pretty bullish, so I shouldn't take my chances with it. SPY made a new low a day. Yeah, there's my low volume pullback, I guess. I don't know. Well, didn't want to lose money on it when I already had a good winner. I guess that's just the way it is. NVIDIA is pretty interesting here. Weird spot here. Pretty bearish on the open. Pulled back on somewhat lighter volume. Actually, pretty lighter volume. But we're starting to close above view up here. We had a little test above. We had a little test below. Volume slowing down. I could be a good short. No, don't like that volume. Guess what's better long. So I haven't even looked at these other ones. Clearly in a downtrend through pre-market. I don't really know if I like anything here. I don't think so. Came back on good volume. Came down to 32 to 180. I don't think I see anything here either. We'll have to come back to that one. I don't think. Something funky's going on here too. This 90 just doesn't want to break. But we got good volume coming into this again. So I mean, it looks super weak right now. I don't want to short it into this level again though. I mean, last time I did that, yeah, almost gone. There it goes. I don't think there's going to be a trade there yet for me. Yeah, target is coming back. But it's starting to hold here again. There might be another good short in here. I think I might do something. If I can get that view app test, that's what I want. Stop might end up being somewhere around 20. I can get pretty big here too. Have to see what happens. Twitter, definitely not anything there. SPY's really dropping here, but target's actually holding on. But it is also holding underneath view app. I think I still like this first short. I want to see it get up to view app though. Its volume is dropping off here. I don't do it yet. Thought about doing an early entry, just take a quick 100 shares. Just kind of scale into it. And look at that volume. I need to see VWAP. I need to see a VWAP test. Might be all I get, huh? I like this enough. I'm gonna just get a little starter here. Closed above the moving averages, but just relatively low volume. Really low here. I'll stop out above 20. 21's about it. I think that was my test. Yeah, I'm in. I'll do that. Good volume, but now it's starting to hold above the moving averages. But it's just not breaking. It's got to do something right here. If it doesn't, I need to get out of this. Especially if we get into the 80s here and it comes back up, I need to get out. It's good volume on this red move here though. Just gotta be okay with it. Gotta stick it out here. So we got a high of 15 actually, so I can lower this a bit. So far that's pretty good retest. Really weak, not really getting up into the 90s yet. SPY's turning around. Retail stocks aren't really doing too much. Macy's is actually squeezing up right now. But Target hasn't cared about Macy's this whole time. Kohl's is falling down a little bit here. Actually, Kohl's is a good looking short. Good retest. I like this. I'll start taking off some at 65. I don't like it. I'm just going to take a small loser on it. It should have been breaking, and if it's not going to break, then could be a good long now. Yeah, Target had its chance. It's just not looking good enough. don't think I really like it for long. See what happens on another break higher. I mean, if it fails breaking higher again, could still have something. It's just such low volume. SPY's still dropping, making new low a day here. Yeah, it's just this low volume. Just doesn't look good enough. It's got something going on here. I don't like it for long. All the moving averages are above it on the higher time frame. Each time it's gotten up here, it's failed. But it keeps making higher lows every time. I don't think I like it. Twitter or nothing. It's still not dropping. Seeing volume starting to hold under. Short might be here. Volume starting to grow. Need to see something. Volume's growing here, but we didn't go anywhere. We also didn't go lower, but we didn't go higher, so I don't really know what that tells me. I might need to see another retest. I hope we see another retest. I still like it for a short. Still looks good. This volume's throwing me off. Well, that was it. We just broke a penny above that range. SPY's popping up here. Pretty slow up here. There's a whole number. Volume's not great on that push. Let's see what happens. Looks like 08, 08, just touched the same level compared to 15. Not really breaking higher, but it's not failing yet. There's maybe. Volume's growing, it's telling me bullish again. SPY's really strong right now. Can't get above VWAP. Tried to, failed. That's actually a pretty good sign too. It's gotta be a hidden seller there. I mean, it's taking in everything. I think it's trying to move higher. This might be it there. Good volume. See if it fails or not. Kinda looking like it's failing. SPY's really strong. SPY's making a straight run for high day right now. No, I'd say it's a pretty good push on our target here. Alright, turn it off, see if I see anything else. Okay, I'm back already. I think I'm actually liking target for a long now. Nice break above all this. It's come back for VWAP test right now. On low volume, very low volume. That might have been it. That was it. Nope, missed it. This target's acting funny again here. It made a little push out of this recent consolidation and got stuffed pretty hard, but on really low volume. We broke underneath the whole number again. The other big retail names are really dropping right now. Macy's and Kohl's just lost it. For all I know, I might just be making another triangle here. I mean, it's just, this volume is so low. I can't really tell what's going on. It's like a bigger name, they're trying to shake out all the shorts or something. Hidden seller at 97. I mean, clearly it failed to move higher here, but on this pullback again, Another low volume candle. Came back for a quick retest and failed. There might be a good short here. I think I need to see it again though. So that will be just above VWAP. I'd like to see it touch VWAP. I think it's just gonna keep setting up and setting up here. I need to see another VWAP test. Spy's about to touch new high day. Yeah, Spy ripped a new high day. Look at that volume. It's just nothing here. And I'm gonna take this as a sign of weakness because we had a sign of strength here, but it just absolutely failed. And now there is nothing coming back into this. I'm gonna take a quick little starter here. I want some profit if it's gonna move underneath that 80. But ultimately I want to get big up above 67 again. I'm looking for low a day. So far I like this a lot. It's got low volume, big candle on low volume, not seeing anything significant on the tape. It just does not look sustainable. Just look at how low that volume is compared to all these other candles, but how big this candle is. I'm not short more up here. Still looking to add. Again, just no volume. Just a complete drop off. Could be waiting for this 50 to come into play. I'll stop out above 33, it looks like. Oh, come on, dude. I don't need to take a $150 loss. I'm all out above 26 here. Started coming back. Volume growing a little bit here. SPY's turning down. Looking red again. Just waiting to see this move fail here. And the signs are telling me that it doesn't want to move higher. Look at how low that volume is. Alright, 50's in play. See if it acts as good resistance here. Oh, SPY. Huge red candle on the SPY. Need to see it more. Especially under 67. So far it's looking good though. It's a good move. Damn, dude. What a nightmare. Must have been waiting for the 50 to move higher. I think Bob might have actually been a good long there. Apple's actually pretty decent long too. Trap trader scenario, came down, touched view out, bought straight back up. But now it doesn't look that great because it broke above this range and now it's kind of starting to fail. I think I actually like Kohl's though. So Kohl's had a really nice move on good volume and extremely low pullback here. Low volume pullback. Came up, broke above this range, failed, kind of making some dojis here. 50's coming into play. Could be a decent trade. See what happens if it can get up there again. Let's take another 500. Hey, it looks like target finally wants to move higher. Good for that. So far, it's not bad. Spy's kind of strong here. Volume growing a little bit on this push too. Wow. Now everything just got real strong all of a sudden. Spy ripped a new high a day. All the FANG stocks blasting off. I don't like it for long though. See if I find something. Alright, Macy's got something going on here. Decent little triangle. Let's see, came down, really good volume. Another low volume pullback. It's just, you know, it's taken a while like everything else is, I guess. Just got underneath all the moving averages, came back for a little retest here. 50's certainly coming into play, acting as good resistance. Gonna have to use a market. I think I need to see a little bit more play out though. Higher time frames look great for short. See what happens here. This high was 89. That's pretty good volume. I don't think I want to long this. Lots of red there. No, I don't think I have a trade yet. Alright, I'm also looking at the SPY here. I'm wanting to short around this level. It's a pretty significant daily level. You can see it's coming in contact with yesterday's lows. I think I'm gonna already starting to see here Attempted new high, failed on higher volume here, and then on this pullback we're seeing much lower relative volume. Just waiting and watching here for the moment. Macy's might still be in play too. Tick is definitely helping. Tick starting downtrend. But at the same time, we still got these moving averages that I need to worry about. Since all my target business, I think I need to be a little more patient in waiting to see it until it's really clear. Because if I'm entering now, I'm just entering early, just on a hunch really. So I'll come back to it. Okay, so I'm looking at a few things right now. I think I just want to start recording in case anything pops up pretty quickly here. Looking at NVIDIA keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter here. Wondering if it's going to start failing. Might be a pretty nice short back to VWAP. Nice breakdown here on really good volume. Just been low volume this entire time. You know, it's making higher lows, but it's also making lower highs here. Tempted to break up higher out of this range, got stuffed. Now we're kind of sitting lower in the end of this. At the same time, the SPY is also starting to fail at high a day. SPY also might want to be headed towards VWAP here. And Macy's looking like it failed that higher push out of that triangle. I don't think I see a trade on it quite yet, but I'm thinking that I just want to watch NVIDIA right now for some kind of retest up here in the upper moving averages like it's doing right now. See what happens right up here. Yeah, it's following the SPY. SPY's got a decent little pop on it, so NVIDIA's doing the same. Decent volume here. A high 91 and a high 92 here, so it did just barely tap out of this range. See what it does at the whole number too, because it looks like it might want to go touch it again. There's a little decent pop. Maybe I should have been looking for a long as opposed to a short, but I don't know, either way. SPY helped it. That's 100% certain. SPY just broke out, made a new high day. No, that looks pretty bullish, so I think I'm gonna go back to Macy's here. Just broke out, made a new high, failed, coming back in, getting stuffed again. It's giving me a decent opportunity here. I'd like to see something above 85 before I make a choice, because the higher time frame is definitely telling me it's still a good short. We're just kind of breaking underneath this line here. Just tapped it, kind of puttering around again. Super nice risk reward. Stop above 85. take it lower, but this 50's kind of worrying me here. Plus, we should have been breaking down out of this, and we aren't. And instead, we're seeing low volume here again. Alright, this might be what I need to see here. Probably get much bigger too if I'm only risking about 5 cents. I'm liking it. Keep closing underneath all of these. Keep failing to push above. I need to see it. I need to see something above 85 before I make a decision. It's got to be a trap trader scenario. It's got to tell me that it doesn't want to go higher after it attempts to go higher. Still liking it. Still low volume. SPY's still strong. I was looking to short it up there, but just didn't do it. Just holding higher. Macy's is about to lose it looks like, but there's a bunch of buyers here. Thinking that I lost my chance here. Alright, I'm looking at Facebook here. So Facebook, up until about this point in here, has been following the SPY very closely. However, lately, the SPY has been trending up, making new high days constantly, and Facebook isn't. We're just not seeing enough strength in Facebook, so I'm wondering if we can get a little test above 143 or around 143, I can be short up there. See if we want to break lower out of this triangle. So far, it's still making higher lows each time here. Oh, there's 98, now there's 97, so we got a this one's a lower high, these are higher lows. Seems to be holding this. really seems to be holding this. SPY's turning down here. Okay, this could be good. Still liking it for a short. So we're getting our little test now, breaking higher out of the triangle. Pretty low volume so far, but it is just the beginning of the candle. Decent little pop, but nothing special. SPY's turning down right now. Getting bought up here. Yeah, SPY fake broke down. See what happens on this move. Yeah, SPY did make a new high a day. Maybe Facebook is starting to follow the SPY again. It is lower volume a little bit later in the day. I just didn't like it enough for a long. It was showing relative weakness, and I wanted to play off of that, not against it. Well, Facebook's strong. Back to Macy's. Still just absolutely stuck. Made an attempt, came down, touched it again. Still getting stuck here. Now we're starting to make lower highs. Meanwhile, SPY is ripping up towards yesterday's close. Almost gonna turn green here. This thing might just be waiting and waiting to actually move higher, because on the 5-minute here we got the moving averages are just now coming into play. The 20 is getting underneath. The 9 is still acting as good resistance. Might actually be a good long. Just need to well, that is what I need to see. But each time it's gotten up here, it keeps failing. Good volume though. Bought right back up. Right into a hidden seller. Alright, I like this. I want to see some kind of pullback though. See, I don't even know where to draw this thing anymore. I've redrawn it so many times. Looks like VWAP and then 9 test is going to be really good here. So far, super low volume on this pullback, but it looks like the seller is stepping down. I do like this for a long, so I'm looking for a long. Yes, this is what I want to see. Decent volume. Stop would be 79. 79 to start. It's about 78. Bunch of sellers right now though. Alright, I'm in this. Come back to VWAP. Looked like there was a hidden seller there still. Yeah, I want to give it to about 79 because that'll be right underneath the other trend line. I mean, I like the volume on the push, but seems to be these hidden sellers are going to be an issue. Could be in here for a while. I'd like to see that this pivot high up here looks like 15. Good volume. You can see the flow in the tape coming in. I think we're looking better here. Well, if there's any place for a hidden seller to be, it is right above VWAP. So this has got a low of 86, so depending on how long this takes here, I can definitely raise my stop. But I still want to give it that chance. I think there's a hidden buyer here now. Who's gonna win? Looks like we won. Above 26, I need to start scaling out. Big volume here. Just constantly redrawing triangles in this. Spy's about to turn green here. Need to wait a little longer and I can raise my stop. I can probably go to about 81 for now. But I'm already starting to see warning signs here. We got really good volume, but these candles aren't justifying the volume. Looks like ultimately I could end up raising my stop to about 85. Need a few more minutes for that though. That's definitely not what I want to see. But gotta give it space to hold still. I mean, this is my chance to add right here. So we got to 85, so I can raise it to 83. Average cost, 500 on 8 cents is nothing. So I can definitely get about 80 bucks on this with another 500. I'm adding 300 here. I'm gonna have a stop underneath. Looks like 83 is gonna be it. Spy's turning down here. Just touched high a day, or yesterday's close. Not liking this candle volume either. This is it. This is the make or break right here. We're about to see what happens. Please, no more hidden sellers. Just go away. Still being patient. Just gotta wait. Volume's growing again, so I mean, each time we see a green little push here, it gets better and better. But I mean, we're just getting tighter and tighter. It could go anyway. Just gotta stick with the plan. Wait and watch. That's all I can do. Spy's turning pretty good here. That's not gonna help. Come on, man. Really need to see the whole number. Above 94 is the first spot, then above 95, then above 97, then above the whole number. I know we can make a move. I mean, plenty of these candles. 10-cent plus ranges. Can definitely see a nice pop. Volume. It's good. Come on. I'm seeing flow. It's 96, 7. Come on, we got more. Gotta have more. Stuck at 97 again. If we can get above this, we're definitely touching the whole number. Seeing some big numbers here. closer. Oh, there's definitely sellers here. I'm just gonna take a little bit off. There's just no reason not to. Take a little bit of profit. Decent volume, but really not that great. SPY is turning up, helping a little bit. Looks like the FANG stocks are starting to move up here. Target's moving up. Coal's pretty strong. Retail sector just broke out, made a new high a day, so that should help too. Still have to hold. Stop loss ain't changing. I'm guessing that it would give me a new stop loss though. If it comes back to VWAP, we'll have to see what happens. It's getting smaller and smaller. Almost gone. 98. Plenty. Oh yes, that's what I want. Right there. I'll take it. I'm definitely good with that. Now we're entering the spot where I mean that was a huge squeeze. I'll definitely take all out on that. That was immediately at my profit target. But now we're definitely in a situation where I can look to add back into this if we come back to 26. I was gonna call this my last trade, but this is really good. So we'll see what happens in a bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna be done for the day. Macy's is actually setting up somewhat decently. I mean, it's holding above VWAP. The problem is there's a bunch of hidden sellers up here at this 26 level. I really want to go work out. Today was just a mess. I mean, I really don't feel like I took bad trades. It's just the constant reading of price action, especially in Target. It was such a lengthy process trying to read every single candle. I mean, whenever the thing looked bearish, it turned bullish. Whenever it looked bullish, it turned bearish. Just constant mess of stuff. I wanted to take a Macy's trade for like an all-day hold and just now breaking out above. So I mean, clear entries in here. It could definitely trend, for the rest of the day. I mean, it's been trending lately for the past hour and a half or so. So it could keep going. But I don't want to have an open position while I'm out of the house, and my drive to go work out is stronger than my drive to keep trading because my brain hurts. And all I'm gonna do, just a quick little recap of every single trade that I took on the day. So Kohl's was a gap and go situation. I knew that it was super close to a circuit breaker, so I knew as soon as that thing popped on, might be in a little bit of trouble. But ultimately the setup just looked really good. I mean, we popped up, made a little break above, failed, came right back down. Broke underneath, and the circuit breaker flipped on, and then I saw us stalling out, and I just called it at that. Now I took a super tiny win on it, and definitely nothing wrong with that. So that was good trade management. And then I saw Macy's looking like a super good opening range breakdown. Had my order in at 90 to get filled. Looks like I actually got filled at 91, so saved a penny there. And I'm looking for the break of this opening range, but because it's a circuit breaker, I gotta stick with the market order and just deal with whatever happens. And never ended up breaking underneath all of this, so I ended up just stopping out right above. I don't, let's see, 350, how much is that? 350 times, what is that, 9, 17, 26 cents. So I mean, that was a $91 loss, so I mean, I'm risking the right amount on it, I'm covering it where I should. So ultimately that's just fine. Target, same situation. Looked like a really good opening range breakdown. Tighter and tighter, failing to make new highs, coming off of VWAP. Ended up taking the short underneath of it. Only covered a little bit of it down here. I mean, initially it looked really good for a move lower. I'm actually kind of curious. I don't have any support until 66, so I'm not really sure why it got bought up the way that it did here. But either way, it did. Came up super strong here, same kind of volume. But, I mean, we still had the VWAP, and I think 1 minute's a little bit different. The VWAP and the 9 just coming into play. So I mean, I held on, which is fine. You know, we got back down again below my entry, and we started stalling out. I mean, as soon as we made this little push lower and it started coming back, I said, forget it. This isn't a situation where I should be holding on until the very end to see what happens. So I think it was good on me to cut it. I think I took a super small win on it. Where am I? 250. Maybe a super small win. Yeah, probably a super small win. Either way, waited a little bit longer. Target set up again. Again, you can see it. I mean, it looks so good. There was just no follow through. I mean, I don't know what I need to do to look for in my video back on this, because I'm gonna end up rewatching it at some point today. But I mean, it's just picture perfect, really. Start consolidating. It's waiting for the 20 to come down. We're not making any new highs. It makes a little push lower, but I mean, comparing this volume to the next candle's volume, you can just tell. I mean, completely bearish, completely. So I entered in a little bit early. What time was that? 50. So 50. I entered 100 in just a little bit early, as it may or may not go without me. Came back up, back above VWAP. Ultimately my stop was above this. What is that? 17, so 18, 19ish. And then as it failed that, it turns right into a trap trader trade. Turn right back around, stuffed underneath. I had the rest of my position. I'm thinking that I got a great situation here. I mean, we just pop down to here, comes right back up, and I stop out. I'm not really sure why I stopped out here. So the high of that is 06. I stopped out at 07. How does that make sense? Huh. Weird. Either way, it stopped out as it went a little bit against me. I think I definitely didn't take that much of a loss. I mean, that was only $5, and then 400 on 10 cents is $40, so like $45 loss there. Just waiting for it to set up again. We got back underneath. Looks like we did break underneath this here from 82 to 81, but just no follow through. I might have been able to hold on to this and see what happens. Again, I'll have to rewatch the video and see what I was thinking, but I don't know. This, I definitely cut my losses. I mean, it made the push lower off a really good volume. We stalled here on low volume. Just no follow through. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't be that mad at myself. I'm saving money. I'm cutting my losses quicker. It clearly should have, any of my best trades should have just dumped right then and there, but it didn't. So that automatically tells me it's not the best position to be in. So later on, get back up above VWAP. Huge volume here, but the candle really isn't that significant. Then we get stuffed, not on any major volume, but this is where the triangles started coming into play. I have never drawn so many triangles in a trading day in my entire career than I did today. So here's triangle number 1. So I had a nice little trend line here, making the top trend line here, kind of getting stuck here, popped above, stuffed, so I knew that was a pretty good sign here. Came down underneath the triangle, but I was waiting for somewhat of a retest, and we got close to VWAP, didn't make a new low here, got stuck again underneath this, so I'm thinking, it might just be waiting for, some kind of break underneath of this range here before anything happens. So I took a little starter just in case it wanted to, make that move before I got the complete retest that I wanted. What was that, at 11? So at 11 I took another 100, and then we did get that squeeze, but just looking at this volume, I know that something's off here. So this candle, huge candle, somewhat decent volume. This candle, just about as big, but even lower volume. So this tells me this is like a fake move. So after I see that, I add a little bit more. I just don't buy the move, and then once we get back underneath VWAP, I add my full position. But then at that point, we never got that break, and I think this is where I needed to start being a little cautious, is like right in this little 2 candle area here. So I wanted to wait for the 50 to come down and make that make a break move, and I think this was the key candle right here, is this hanging man pop up here, but it was just on such low volume that I wanted to hold out and see if anything could happen with the trade, but we just didn't get anything. I think at this point, once it started popping up above all this, it was just definitely time to get out. So I got out at 28. Stop loss is probably about 26. I mean, really, there's just nothing I could do about that one. It's probably a B setup. I don't think it's an A setup, and I think whenever I'm in these B setups, I need to be a little, like, much more cautious. I say this all the time, and I just read an exit strategy mini book by Lance Beggs, and all the quotes that he's quoting from other traders is always assume that your position is a loser first, and if you assume your position is a loser first, it means you get out of the trade much quicker. And I think in this scenario, in any of these scenarios, that worked. I mean, here I cut it early, here I cut it early, here I didn't cut it early, and I definitely should have cut it early. It was just a mess in there. I think that was all the trades on target. And then finally the Macy's trade. So at that point, after target was being such a massive headache, I really wanted to be a little more patient. So I waited about an hour until I took another trade. And Macy's was another disaster of drawing triangles everywhere. There's one here. I think the one that I was looking at was about here. I think originally I was looking at it here. Probably ended up drawing it like that. So I noticed, kept making higher lows each and every time here, higher highs. You know, it's looking more and more bullish. So look at this big squeeze here, really nice volume on these candles here. Kind of a little pullback back to the trend line. It's fine. Plus the 50. We got these other moving averages acting as support. Just low volume all up in here, and then all of a sudden we get another big squeeze even higher, getting above VWAP. Still good volume. Definitely telling me it's bullish. So I add a little bit. 500 on this pullback to VWAP. I think my stop loss at that point was about 79, because I still wanted to give it enough room to retest the trend lines, touch the 50 moving average, and then I ended up redrawing this, I think right about there. So here you can kind of tell that it's acting as support. I mean, either way, it's not breaking down, it's not breaking up. So it came down, got my position, super low volume all in here, green spikes all over the place, but just plenty of hidden sellers in here. I mean, I think it looks like they're still there. I mean, just this whole mid-90s to 26 range was just nothing but hidden sellers. But after, you know, I'm still holding on, I'm still waiting, respecting the situation. I mean, no important levels broke that made me want to get out. I mean, this broke underneath this range here, but that doesn't mean too much because we still got the 50, we still had the trend line. So as we pop back up, I added even more, got a little bigger, came down within a penny of my stop loss. But again, just looking at how low this volume is relative to all the big green spikes, telling me that this is still a good trade to be in. So we got up to finally breaking out of this little mini range here. Oh man, I'm getting a headache just talking still. Let me stop staring at screens. Pop back up. Finally broke above one level of hidden sellers. I believe at 94, or it might have been 93. Or I mean, they're just all over the place either way. I took a little bit off as we got above some because I just want to take a little bit of risk off. I mean, 800 shares is usually much bigger than what I usually do. Stop loss at that point definitely raised it up to about 83 clearly. And then we just finally got the squeeze. I mean, I saw it on the tape. The sellers just disappeared. They started getting eaten up, and then just boom, just huge squeeze, went directly to my profit target, and I just took it all off right there. You know, if it's gonna go right to my profit target, either way, yeah, it's a good situation that it might hold and continue to move higher. But at the same time, I just got everything. I made back most of the money that I lost on the day. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna leave it at that and just walk away. And it looks like Macy's is starting to fail here, so my all-day hold idea would not have worked out, so that's fine. Either way, tons to type up, tons to fill in. I need to go work out, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.